body kicking flat. More flavor, bitter, batter, chitter, chatter, matter than the Mad Hatter. I bet you buy shit, come by fatter. I got the data, turn your body into antimatter. And just like a piece of sizzling, you'll fit inside my stomach with the eggs and grits between. Take it down, Mac. The king is what I mean. My man, get a cup and put some change inside your hand. Take it down, now hold up. Let's make this official. Everybody, let's agree that MCs need a tissue. Wake them up. The funk's my only issue. I bet your mama miss you, and I bet the Mac take off like an MX missile. No more you whining on the charts climbing as I make the funk kicking out more harder than a diamond.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to this week's episode of Culture Connection. I'm your host Leah, and today I am joined by two very special guests, Keys and Awa.
Hey.
Thank you guys for coming on to the show today. It means a lot.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So the photos that you guys just saw were from the Black and Time exhibition, which was curated by these two lovely ladies. So I want to ask you guys a little bit about the inspiration behind the exhibit itself and where the name comes from.
Ooh, this idea started 7 months ago, and we originally wanted to do a fashion show during Fashion Week, but just the timeline, it was too short of a period. So we thought, hey, Black History Month, let's change the narrative. Let's do it big. And we just thought about showcasing a timeline of Black culture and also bridging that gap between generations, so showing you what it was like being Black in time. And our secretary came up with the name Black in Time, and it just works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's definitely celebrating the evolution of the culture, and we take you all the way back to our roots of Africa and its expansion globally and how it's influenced fashion, art, music, and all of the above.
So obviously there's a ton of art and different pieces throughout the exhibit. What was it like curating everything and then versus like the installation itself?
So gathering all the artwork, being that there was over 200 submissions, we dwindled it down to 70 different artists. And so just emailing them and answering all their questions individually was very challenging. But the whole idea didn't really become real until installation day, when people were dropping things off and we started hanging things up. That was like, whoa.
Unreal. It's a little weird because we're business students, so we had to step into art and design worlds. We don't know how to use things like CAD and certain digital layouts that we needed to know. So it was a lot of learning and failing, but it felt like an internship, a really fun one. Yeah.
So obviously you mentioned like getting art from students and alumni and stuff. Yeah. What was kind of the hand that other departments played in the exhibition? Did they reach out and say we can give you this, or did you kind of have to negotiate? What was it like?
It was definitely a lot of looking and finding. They weren't just there standing like, hey, we want to help. We literally had to go find them, but we got a lot of input from the exhibition manager, Austin Thomas. She referred us to some offices, and being that it was hard to get a sponsorship because there's a 6-month span that they typically go by, we had to rely a lot on help from these different offices.
Just as it was a matter of like really knowing the visual, knowing the concept, the storyline, and selling it, and letting them know that we don't know how we're gonna get it done, but with your help, we know we can get it done. And really just utilizing each department rather than always outsourcing.
Right. So what has the response been like from the public as well as like students that maybe had their art in the exhibit? What was it like just seeing it all come together?
Students have said things like, hey, I've never seen my work hung so high, and people say things like, I'm from Japan, I'm from Israel, all over the world. They wrote in our book, and they were like, this is amazing, I feel so close to my ancestors. So it's nice to know that we provided people with like opportunities and platforms, but also provided like that Black space for the community, not just campus.
I think two of the coolest things was, one, the fact that the mega bus stop is right there. So people are getting off the bus like, whoa, where am I? And I'm like, welcome to FIT, you're here. And then also the different middle school and elementary school and high school students coming in and seeing them interact and how they talk about the things that they learned within their class, and just the conversations between them was really interesting to listen to.
So do you guys have any future plans for Black in Time?
Yeah, we definitely think Black in Time evokes conversation, for sure, and we want to take Black in Time on the run. We can't say too much, but we definitely want to move forward with this and use it and utilize that like concept and run with it.
And lastly, Awa, can you tell me what your favorite part of the exhibition was?
Ooh, that's hard. That's really hard, but I think my favorite part has to be for the New Yorkers, the on the block section, just the sneakers hanging on that railing. It kind of symbolizes the telephone pole and the graffiti. It was close to home for me. Yeah.
And Keys, what was your favorite?
This is easy for me. My favorite part was the Black Panther Party section, Power to the People section. It was very cool and educational at the same time. Like speaking to the students, the Black Panther Party was more than just the movie, and then speaking to the older people, telling me about their experiences during that time period.
Yeah.
And just the leather, it just looked really dope. It was so cool.
So this exhibition was obviously a huge success for you guys as well as BSU as a whole. So if people want to get involved in future projects like this, can you tell us a little bit about where and when BSU meets and how they can get involved?
So we meet every Tuesday from 1 to 2 in D523. You know where to be.
And then you can find us, if you're trying to email us, BSU_club at that long, really long FIT@NYC.edu. And then for our Instagram, it's BSU_FIT, and everything that we have going on is there. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here again, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Just like Uniblab, robotic kicking flab, or flavor bit of batter, chitter chatter, matter than the Mad Hatter. I bet you buy shit, come my fatter. I got the data to turn your body into antimatter. And just like a piece of sizzling, you'll fit inside my stomach with the eggs and grits between. Take 'em down, Mac. The king is what I mean. My man, get a cup and put some change inside your hand. Take it down. Now hold up. Let's make this official. Everybody, let's agree that MCs need a tissue. The folks my only issue. I bet your mama miss you, and I bet the Mac take off like an MX missile. No more you whining on the charts climbing as I make the phone kicking out more harder than a dime. And if you didn't know who's rhyming, I guess I'm gonna say Craig Mack with perfect timing. You won't be around next year. My rap's too severe, kicking mad flavor in your ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear. Max, brand new flavor in your ear. Craig Mack, 1,000 degrees. You'll be on your knees and you'll be burning, begging.